And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Allen on third. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Mike Benetti! Hey, keep on. Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Left side completion to Jones. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they get it started in this one?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now Rashad Penny, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the 1st down. With that gain of 4 yards.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Penny. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jerry Hughes showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is.
And McCoy loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He hits Beasley right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Half 85, half 85. Someone what?
Allen hands off to McCoy, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On second down, it's McCoy. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Penning. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
14. One left. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, 0. Let's go double count right here, double count. 49 the mark. Go, tackle.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in Their kicker, but just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost, but if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Allen off the play fake. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Allen going to go on 4th down. And able to find John Brown. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And here's Allen throwing again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, let's get them home. Check 37. Check 37. Good, good, good. Watch the twist. Hey, 0-0-0.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Penny. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Again, 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one, everyone behaves nicely. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up. But Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On play action, Allen. He's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On 1st down, McCoy. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Mike. Mike, front forward. Watch the back. Watch the back. Check. Fresno. Alert. Watch out. Check. Recon. 132 fighter.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. That's a good drive.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Double time, double time.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big run there by McCoy. 68 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
You remember me? You remember me? Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Gets fielded in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking him.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's complete to Croft. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
He's going to air one out. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Croft, 48 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go!
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Fair.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5. At the 41.
55. I got it. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight.
On second down, it's McCoy. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 26.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Just like that.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Bills on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. It's caught. Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on